Hello, my friend. Welcome to tonight's episode of Talk Me to Sleep. I'm Rudy, and this is your space to let go of the day and find peace.
And I'm Connie. Together, we're here to guide you into a calm and restful sleep. If you prefer the gentle tones of a Welsh man or an English woman, you'll find both options available here on our channel. Choose the voice that soothes you best.
So, take a deep breath with us, in and out. Let the noise of the world fade away as we begin tonight's journey into rest. Harlin the Hyrax and the Tomato Quest. In a quiet corner of the world, where rolling hills met the edge of a sparkling blue lake, there lived a Hyrax named Harlin. Harlin was a plump little creature with soft tawny fur, bright round eyes, and the nose that wiggled when he was excited. He spent most of his days lounging on the sun-warmed rocks or nibbling on the sweet grasses. But Harlin had one great passion in life: tomatoes. Tomatoes, in Harlin's mind, were the jewels of the earth. Their bright red skin and juicy insides were a treasure that made his heart flutter. The problem was, tomatoes did not grow near his home. The nearest patch of tomato plants belonged to a farmer named Old Thomas, who lived on the other side of the hills. One sunny morning, Harlin woke with a start. He had dreamt of the most perfect tomato, a tomato so ripe and luscious it seemed to glow in his mind. The dream was so vivid that Harlin could almost taste it. He decided then and there that today was the day he would embark on a grand quest to find the perfect tomato. With a determined wiggle of his nose, Harlin set off. The journey began with a leisurely walk through the grassy fields. Harlin stopped ever so often to sniff the wildflowers or nibble on clovers, but the thought of a tomato kept him moving forward. The hills were gentle, and the sun warmed his back as he climbed higher and higher. As Harlin reached the top of the hill, he paused, taking the view. Below him lay Old Thomas's farm, its patchwork fields stretching out like a colourful quilt. And there, near the farmhouse, was the tomato patch. Even from a distance, Harlin could see the glint of sunlight on the ripe red fruit. "Oh, what a sight!" Harlin said to himself, his little heart racing with excitement. But between him and the tomatoes was a long, winding path, filled with obstacles. Harlin wasn't discouraged. He loved an adventure. First, Harlin came to a bubbling brook. The water gurgled and splashed over the smooth stones, and the bank was lined with the tall reeds swaying in the breeze. Harlin wasn't much of a swimmer, but he spotted a fallen log that bridged the stream. Carefully, he climbed onto the log, his tiny paws gripping the bark as he inched his way across. "Easy does it," he murmured, balancing like a tightrope walker. When he reached the other side, Harlin gave a triumphant squeak. Next, Harlin encountered a meadow full of grass. The grass was so high that it swayed above his head, and he could barely see where he was going. He decided to follow the sound of buzzing bees, hoping they would lead him into the edge of the meadow. "Excuse me, bees," he said politely. "I'm just passing through." The bees paid him no mind, but Harlin's polite manners seemed to bring him luck. He soon found himself at the edge of the meadow, where the grass gave way to a dirt path that led straight to the farm. When Harlin finally arrived at Old Thomas's tomato patch, he He stopped in awe. The tomatoes were even more beautiful up close, plump, round, and shining like the red suns. Harlin sniffed the air, his nose twitching with delight. But just as he was about to step into the patch, he heard a low growl. From the shade of a nearby tree, a large orange tabby cat emerged. Its green eyes gleamed and its tail flicked lazily as it watched Harlin. "Well, well," said the cat, stretching languidly. "What have we here? A little Hyrax far from home." Harlin swallowed hard. "Hello, Sir Cat," he said, trying to sound brave. "I've come all this way for a tomato. I won't take much. Just one, if you please." The cat narrowed its eyes, but then, to Harlin's surprise, it let out a soft purr. "A tomato, you say? I suppose I could let you have one, if you can answer my riddle." "A riddle?" Harlin's ears perked up. He loved puzzles, almost as much as he loved tomatoes. "All right, I'll try." The cat grinned. "Here it is. I am round, but not always red. Sometimes I am yellow, orange, or even green. I grow in a vine and am loved by many. What am I?" Harlin's nose twitched. "Oh, that's easy," he said with a smile. "You are a tomato." The cat blinked, then let out a soft chuckle. "Well done, little Hyrax. You may take your prize." Harlin squeaked with joy and hopped into the patch. He searched carefully, examining each tomato until he found the perfect one. A tomato so plump and red it seemed to glow, just like the one in his dream. Gently, he nudged it free from the vine and carried it in his mouth. "Thank you, Sir Cat," he said, his voice muffled by the tomato. The cat gave a lazy wave of its paw. "Safe travels, little one." Harlin began the journey back, the weight of the tomato in his mouth reminding him of his accomplishment. When he finally reached his favourite sun-warmed rock by the lake, he set the tomato down and took a moment to admire it. The first bite was heavenly. The tomato was sweet and juicy, with a flavour so rich it made Harlin's tail wiggle with delight. As the sun dipped below the horizon, Harlin finished his feast and curled up on the rock, his belly full and his heart content. The journey had been long, but the reward was worth every step. And as the stars began to twinkle in the night sky, Harlin drifted off to sleep, dreaming of new adventures and perhaps another perfect tomato. And now, as the night deepens, let your mind drift, light as a feather. Remember, you're never alone in this space. Whenever you need a gentle voice to guide you to sleep, I'll be right here. If this brought you a moment of calm, I'd love for you to subscribe and listen to us again. But for now, sweet dreams, my friend. Sleep well. No star. Good night.